everybody, it's Honest John again. You would think that Donald Trump and his administration, being in the situation that they're in, would at least try to pretend that they are not still colluding with the Russians. That they would at least make some small effort to look like they are not in Vladimir Putin's hip pocket. You would think that they would at least stop having secret meetings with the Russians. But since Donald Trump has been in the White House, he has had a bunch of meetings with the Russians that he has not told the American people about. The way we found out about these meetings was because the Russians announced them. And then the Reuters news agency got a hold of them because they were monitoring the Russian press. There was this one meeting where the Russians were snuck in the back door so they could meet with Trump. And of course there was that meeting when Trump gave the Russians top secret information that we had gotten from Israel, and of course the Russians immediately gave that information to the Iranians, who are not exactly friendly with Israel. And in those meetings, the American press was not allowed to cover them, but the Russian press was allowed in. And our security agencies were not part of those meetings. But the Russians, their spies were in there. There was not even an American translator. Trump depended on the Russians to translate what was going on at those meetings. So we have our president meeting in secret with the Russians, giving them top secret information, and then saying that he's not colluding with them. And now last week, we learned that the heads of 3 Russian spy agencies had a secret meeting with Mike Pompeo, the head of the CIA, and other Trump appointees in our intelligence services. And one of those Russians was under sanctions. He was not even allowed in the country. A few months ago, Congress passed legislation requiring Trump to implement sanctions against the Russians. The deadline has come and gone, and Trump has refused to implement those sanctions. He's legally required to. Trump is breaking the law today, and he's not even trying to hide that. But the fact that Trump has not implemented those sanctions, that's actually an impeachable offense. He's breaking the law. And the Russians are continuing to meddle in our affairs on behalf of Trump. All of those hashtag release the memo posts on social media, Twitter and Facebook, they're coming from the Russians. So there is no doubt that Donald Trump committed treason to get into the White House, and that treason continues to this day. And the Republican Party is a part of that. And the penalty for treason is death. Now let me make it clear that I am not calling for the assassination of President Trump. I am saying that Trump should be impeached, removed from office, given a fair trial, followed by a proper hanging. Thanks for listening. Hey, thanks for watching my videos. And I want you to keep on doing that. Just not on YouTube. If you look down in the description box, you're going to see 2 new links there. One is to my Patreon page, the other one is to a site called Top Buzz. Now on Top Buzz, they're letting me monetize my video, and they're not even ads on them. So I'd like you to get in the habit of watching my videos there. Or you can go to my Patreon page, and if you want to become a supporter, that would be great. If you don't, you can still watch my videos there. But for me, YouTube is no longer worth bothering with. It's just a launching pad that I use to put my videos other places on the net. So I do want you to keep on watching my videos, but not on YouTube.